So we are talking about the nervous system today. Whenever you talk to any psychologist, he will understand you up to the level of your pattern of your mental map, only till the pattern of your mental map. That is why there is a difference between a psychologist and a neurologist. I hope you get that. Because a neurologist is the one who can check that is there anything wrong with your nervous system, with your neurological system, and a psychologist is someone who can read your mind, that what kind of pattern. Mind is nothing but patterns. Mind is nothing but your existing patterns. Maybe an existing pattern formed because of some past traumatic situation, or maybe some existing pattern formed due to some wrong habit or right habit that you are following every day. That is what we are heading towards right now. So the theme of this session is how to better understand yourself. Because if you do not understand yourself, believe me, any AI of this world will not be able to help you. Any AI model of this world will not be able to help you. No matter how much you chat with Chat GPT, no matter how much you chat with Gemini, no matter how much the AI bots gets evolved, if you do not pay attention to yourself, because any AI chatbot is not getting installed into you, it is installed for you. So one thing you have to better understand, that to become really relevant for yourself, you need to pay attention to understand yourself. Now when we say understand yourself, we simply means there are two things and two ways to understand your own mind. One, the psychologist's way, another the neurologist's way. So are we neurologists? We are not. Are we psychologists? Yes, we all are psychologists, because we all are into the world of understanding mind. We are all into the world of reading mind, sometimes of ours, sometimes of someone else. So yes, at some level, some people are PhD in psychology, some people are beginner in psychology. So we are all having some skill to understand the mind maps. So we don't need to visit the psychologist every time. The psychologist is no one but a senior person who has suffered more than you and tried to understand the suffering better than you. He becomes the psychologist, because your own experiences inspires you to become somebody or to excel into any profession. I bet you ask any psychologist in this world that why you have become psychologist. I am sure he will tell you that because of some events happened in his life that inspired him. See, we are not alleging that they have all faced traumas. It's not important that it's important to face trauma to become a psychologist. But somewhere, some point of time in their life, they must have faced something that has inspired them to become a psychologist. Now, as I have told you, there are two ways to understand yourself. One, the psychologist way, another, the neurologist way. See, neurologist way, I am not talking about the medical neurological system that you need to read or follow to understand what is any which ways. Without an MBBS degree, neither you nor me can do that. Now the point of understanding is 90% of the people, they pay attention to what is going on in their mind, but 99% of the people fails to understand what is going wrong with their nervous system. They do not pay attention to one single fact, that there might be something wrong with their nervous system. Now see, the major loopholes right now in our lives existing in the disturbance of our nervous systems are: number one, sleep cycle disturbance. Believe me, I have met many people, though youngsters also. You forget about the people, those who have got at certain tender age. I've met youngsters, those who are facing the problem of feeling shocks in their body. I have met youngsters, those who have felt some strange sensations, some strange vibrations in their body. And I'm not talking about any paranormal activity here. I'm just talking about some physical problem that they face. Why these kind of cases are there, and why human being is getting triggered to stress himself a lot? Do we really need a psychologist? So first we need to understand the very base of our nervous system is to have a better sleep cycle, followed by the oxygen that you inhale, because the moment you inhale, it passes on to your brain and it enhances the longevity, it enhances the neurons, it enhances and helps your body to circulate the blood better. And 99% of the people right now, they are not even breathing better, they are not even breathing correctly. I'm not talking about anyone who is following a strict regime of yoga and meditation or pranayam. I'm talking about the general common man like you and me, who is doing everything, who is doing almost everything in his life to make others happy, but doing nothing to make his own nervous system happy. What kind of life are we heading towards? Believe me, one day a majority of humanity will get physically collapsed because of this. Because we are not paying attention towards what strengthens our nervous system. We are not, see, the moment we strengthen our nervous system, it has many ways. The moment I have said it is improving sleep cycle, it is not limited to that. It is also including cleaning your daily eating habits. Plus, it is also including your thoughts. What kind of thoughts motivate you? What kind of belief system you have? See, the world around you affects your nervous system a lot. Do you agree with this? Because the world around you decides that what kind of environment of life you will get around yourself. So, some factors are in your hand, some factors are not in your hand. Forget about career. You're not even having an assurance that you will live enough to live the career you choose in your life. Right now, as a human being, we do not have any assurance. See, it's not about philosophy that we do not know when we will die. It's not about philosophy. It's about the practicality of our own health system that we are following, the regime that we are following, the kind of life we are living right now. I am not at all interested to teach, train, or transfer any knowledge of yoga or any exercise thing. What I am trying to tell you is, fix your nervous system first, fix your thoughts, fix your eating habits, fix your sleep cycle, and you will feel that you do not need any psychological boost. We talk a lot about hormones nowadays. In our life, we talk a lot about hormones. But have we forgotten that hormone is just a chemical release in our nervous system? It is not our nervous system. It is like we are talking about petrol and diesel, but we are not talking about the engine that petrol and diesel will fill into and will go into. We are talking about only the fuel. When we talk about hormones, we are talking about the fuels only. The fuels of our mood, the fuels of our feelings, the fuels of our thoughts, what we call as dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, whatever hormones we talk about. But what is the real thing that is, you know, destroying and distracting us from the within? That is our breaked nervous system. That is our broken nervous system. Now, only sleep cycle will improve it, only clean, healthy eating habits will improve it. No. You need certain positive shocks for that. Now, I'm going towards very interesting dimension. What is the positive shock? You must have heard about shocks in your life, but there are some events in your life that are that should be called as positive shock. You can relate it with positive shock is equal to positive shock. आपके जो पॉजिटिव शॉक होते हैं वो पॉजिटिव शॉक्स दे सकते हैं. समझिएगा बात को. आपके जो पॉजिटिव शॉक होते हैं वो आपके बॉडी को, आपके नर्वस सिस्टम को पॉजिटिव शॉक दे सकते हैं. अब पॉजिटिव शॉक कौन कौन से होते हैं आपके? देखो, मैं बात कर रहा था आपके नर्वस सिस्टम को हैप्पी करने की. आपके नर्वस सिस्टम को हैप्पी क्या कर सकता है? स्पोर्ट्स, मेजरली स्पोर्ट्स. Ultimately, your heart pumps well, your nervous system works well. Another thing, when you are into any sport in your life, you are continuously either running, either moving, either, just vibrating or shaking yourself all around. So that helps you to be active enough. Now, all the internet conspiracy, I am using the word conspiracy here, all the internet conspiracy that is leading us towards something drastically dangerous, because the lifestyle that we are carrying right now, that we have started to carry in India right now, is most of the time, if you want to eat something, you have a solution. If you want to drink something, you have a solution. Like, you can use online ordering platforms to meet your hunger. You have a lot of things to, calm down yourself. You have easy ways to answer your needs. Do you really think it is going to help us in the long term? No. Whenever we mention our past, or whenever we speak to our grandfather, sometimes in fact our father, they tell you the stories like, do you know, my father used to walk miles away to get this done. Have you ever heard this? You must have heard this. Even a simple walking exercise, we are missing out upon. Forget about the gymming, forget about the heavy exercises, forget about the muscle development, the muscular body and everything. Right now we are even deprived of the general movements of body. I am not talking about everybody, obviously there are exceptions. There are people, those who are going to the gym, those who are taking care of their physical health a lot. But still they also have to check that are they doing good to their nervous system or not. Because nowadays we have started getting the cases of collapsing into the gym, collapsing during the exercise. Something is going dangerously wrong. I don't know what. But all I can tell you is we are sitting on a volcano of being dead or alive. If we do not fix this problem right away in our lives, we will not be able to save humanity. The kind of humanity we will produce See, like father, like son. Not always, but yes, majorly possible. The genes are inevitable. It will transfer. So, if you as a father is a weak person from your mind, from your nervous system, you will definitely produce a weak son. You being a very strong father, there is a very less chance that you will produce a weak son. So basically, the very first thing that our ancestors have followed, I will not go too much into the traditional philosophy, but I'm just going to give you a very basic picture about what our ancestors has been following. They have always taken the long route for everything. It's not about that they were right, that using technology was bad or anything like that. No, using technology is good, but use it where it is actually needed. Don't use it where it is not needed. So my whole idea to give this holistic session on understanding yourself, understand your nervous system, is that you feel happy, healthy, and you grow in your life. Because at some point of time, even after earning money, I'm not saying a lot of money, even after earning money, if you do not feel happy, if you feel hopeless, if you feel depressed, do you really think the money that you have earned is of some use? Not at all. So we have to decide our careers in such a way. I would go again to the traditional line, where we get the best chance to express our best self, to express. And again, expression is not just of words. Everybody doesn't need to become a content creator for that. Everybody doesn't need to become an influencer for that. Everybody doesn't need to become an Instagram influencer to become expressive. No. Even if you are a chartered accountant, that is your best expression. If you feel good after working as a chartered accountant for 9 hours, if you feel something worthy in your life, if that makes your nervous system happy, then it's okay. It's not always to become a singer. It's about the work that you are doing. It's about the practical effort that you are putting every day in your life. So if your practical efforts are soothing your brain, if your hard practical efforts are soothing your brain, that is the career field for you. And if the efforts are not soothing your brain, that is a red flag for your career. Now, am I saying that you do not need to be consistent, you do not need to be stable in your job? No. See, stability, consistency comes from the work only. Am I right? If the work that you are doing is not liked by your personality, if is not matching with your personality, do you really think you will be really stable? Especially I'm talking to the generation Z. The days are gone where our father did 40 years of job without even liking it. The time has gone. Now, any employee doesn't even continue more than 3 days if he doesn't like the atmosphere, if he doesn't like the job. See, obviously there are some constraints with everybody. Some people are doing some uh, jobs out of their financial needs. I respect that. But up to when? एक गजल याद आती है मुझे इससे कि बन जाएंगे जहर पीते पीते ये अश्क जो पीते जा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो. इसको जगजीत सिंह साहब ने बहुत खूबसूरत तरीके से गाया है. बन जाएंगे जहर पीते पीते, बन जाएंगे जहर पीते पीते ये अश्क जो पीते जा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो. Do you really think it makes sense? These lines make sense? It makes a lot of sense. इंसान रो रहा है, मर रहा है, पच रहा है, अपने आप को कुचल रहा है, और काम पे जा रहा है. क्यों जा रहा है? उसको पैसा कमाना है. घर क्यों चलेगा? पैसे से चलेगा. घर कैसे चलेगा? पैसे से चलेगा. पैसा 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 पैसा. हाँ, पैसा ज़रूरी है, पैसे से ही चलेगा. पर क्या आप कोई ऐसा काम नहीं कर सकते जिससे कि आपके पास में पैसा भी आ जाए और आपका अपना सुकून भी नष्ट ना हो? एक बार ट्राई तो करके देखो. और मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा बिल्कुल भी कि आपको बिल्कुल सब छोड़ छाड़ के, और अगर पेंटिंग पसंद है तो आप पेंटिंग करने लग जाओ. नहीं नहीं नहीं, डोंट गेट मी रॉन्ग. अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, divide your life, the whole day solution I am giving you. See, we have discussed a lot about problem. Now coming on to the solution. You have got 24 hours. In those 24 hours, divide. See, first of all, you need to take ownership of your life. You have to stop behaving like a majdoor. First, you need to take the ownership of your life. कि यार मैं मालिक हूँ मेरी जिंदगी का. ये अपने आप को 3 बार बोलना पड़ेगा. मैं मालिक हूँ मेरी जिंदगी का, मैं मालिक हूँ मेरी जिंदगी का, मैं मालिक हूँ मेरी जिंदगी का. मुझे जो अच्छा लगेगा मैं करूंगा, मुझे जो सही लगेगा मैं करूंगा, मुझे जो बेहतर लगेगा मैं करूंगा. बोलना पड़ेगा नहीं अपने आप को. जब तक ब्रेन में ये ऑर्डर एस्टैब्लिश नहीं करोगे, जब तक ब्रेन में ये संकल्प आप सीड नहीं करोगे, तब तक तो सुन ली ब्रेन ने आपकी. तब तक तो फिर चल रहे हैं, मजदूरी कर रहे हैं मजबूरी में. अरे मजदूर भी मजबूरी में मजदूरी नहीं करता. वो भी 6 बजे हाथ धो लेता है और वो मेहनत से करता है जो करता है, और खुश भी रहता है. जाके किसी साइकोलॉजिस्ट से या किसी भी एक्सपर्ट ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ से एक सर्वे करवा के आओ कि कौन ज़्यादा खुश रहता है, इंटेलेक्चुअल्स या ट्रेड्समैन. ट्रेड्समैन मतलब हाथ के काम करने वाले. आपको रिपोर्ट मिलेगी कि हाथ से काम करने वाले ज़्यादा खुश रहते हैं इंटेलेक्चुअल्स और मेंटल वर्कर्स से. ज़्यादा थकान मेंटल वर्कर्स को होती है बॉस. तो सॉल्यूशन ये है कि 24 घंटे हमें मिलते हैं, उन 24 घंटों के मालिक पहले तो हम बने. 24 घंटों के मालिक बनने का क्या मतलब है? आप जब से उठते हो तो इनिशियल 3 आवर्स आपको किस चीज़ को देने हैं ये डिसाइड कर लो. फिर उसके अगले 3 घंटे किसको देने. देखो लाइफ में तुम 12 घंटे से ज़्यादा काम नहीं कर पाओगे, कितना भी कुछ भी कर ले. मैक्सिमम बता दिया मैंने, 12 घंटे भी ज़्यादा बताया, पर मान के चल रहा हूँ कि बड़े डेडिकेटेड इंसान हो, हर चीज़ को समय दे रहे हो. सो वैसे भी अगर तुम जिंदगी के टुकड़े नहीं करोगे तो जिंदगी तुम्हारे टुकड़े कर देगी. और मैं वो जिंदगी के टुकड़े करना ही सिखा रहा हूँ कि तुम जिंदगी को टुकड़ों में जी लो, जिंदगी का टुकड़ा करके मत जियो. नहीं तो टुकड़े टुकड़े हो जाएगी. और फिर रॉकस्टार का वो डायलॉग याद आता है मुझे कि जो रणवीर कपूर अपने दोस्त को बोलता है कि खटारा भाई मुझे नहीं बनना बड़ा आदमी, मुझे नहीं चाहिए ये सब, बस मेरा दिल नहीं टूटना चाहिए. बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग लाइन है ये, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग लाइन है. मुझे नहीं बड़ा बनना, मेरा दिल नहीं टूटना चाहिए. तो उसको पता तो करना पड़ेगा ना कि दिल लगता कहाँ है उसका. आधे लोग तो ये बेचारे, कोई लगा हुआ है पाइथन सीखने में, कोई लगा हुआ है पावर बीआई सीखने में, कोई लगा हुआ है स्क्रम सीखने में, कोई लगा हुआ है एजाइल सीखने में. अरे अपने आप से जरा थोड़ा सा पूछना भी तो इम्पोर्टेंट है कि भाई व्हाट नर्चर्स माय सोल, व्हाट मेक्स मी हैप्पी। ये सब जो तुम कर रहे हो, ये सब किसके लिए कर रहे हो? सर आफ्टर 5 years डाउन द लाइन आई हैव टू गेट मैरिड। अच्छा, तो वाइफ के लिए कर रहे हो? चलो अभी शादी भी हो गई और वाइफ भी आ गई। अभी वाइफ को कुछ नहीं पता आप क्या करते हो। शी जस्ट वॉन्ट्स हर नीड्स टू बी फुलफिल्ड, उसकी ज़रूरतें पूरी हो जाए। तो किसने बोला है कि तुम किसी चलते फिरते मॉल से शादी करो? जिसकी नीड्स पूरी करने के लिए तुम अपनी जिंदगी भूल जाओ। लड़कियों को तो उनके माँ बाप बड़ा सिखाते हैं दैट वट एवर यू वॉन्ट हैज टू बी ऑन द टॉप, सिखाते हैं ना। जो लड़कियां खुद समझदार होती है उनका छोड़ दो। जो तुम्हें मिलना चाहिए वो बेस्ट होना चाहिए। भाई मैं वीडियो देख रहा था अभी 2 दिन पहले, एक भाई था वो अपनी बहन की शादी में अपने जीजाजी को धमकी दे रहा था वीडियो पे कि देख मेरी बहन है, इसको कुछ किया ना तो मैं मार डालूंगा तेरे को। अरे भाई क्या हम क्या मतलब तुम्हारे सर्विस प्रोवाइडर हैं, बीइंग अ मैन, कि हमारी क्या मतलब ऐसी क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, ऐसी क्या मजबूरी है हमारी, या हम किसी को दुखी देने आए हैं जिंदगी में, या हम गारंटी दें? हम कोई मतलब प्रोडक्ट है क्या? हम भी इंसान हैं, हमारा भी दिल है, वो भी टूटता है। हम सिर्फ दुनिया की मजबूरियां महसूस करने और दुनिया की जरूरतें पूरी करने थोड़ी पैदा हुए हैं। बीइंग अ मैन, इस दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा इग्नोर अगर कोई इंसान किसी को करता है तो वो खुद को करता है, और वो होता है आदमी। So we really need to restructure our life in such a way wherein we can think of ourselves कि हमें क्या पसंद है, हमें क्या अच्छा लगता है, हमें क्या करना अच्छा लगता है। और समझो, मैं नहीं बोल रहा कि काम मत करो, बैठ जाओ एक कोने में जाके, क्या अच्छा लगता है करने से। आई डोंट एक्चुअली मीन दैट you should follow a path of unemployment, that sit with your friends, enjoy. No, I'm not saying that. A man who is not enjoying working has not found his work till now. जो आदमी अपने काम को एंजॉय नहीं कर रहा है, उसने या तो एफर्ट्स नहीं डाले हैं ये ढूंढने के लिए कि वो कौन से काम को एंजॉय करता है, या तो वो किसी और के सपनों को पूरा करने में अभी तक लगा हुआ है। तो शादी हो जाती है लड़के की, फिर उसके बाद में वो बहाना भी खत्म हो जाता है, और फिर आता है सर नाउ आई हैव टू अर्न फॉर माई किड्स, अभी मुझे बच्चों के लिए कमाना है। फिर आता है बॉस बच्चों की शादी के लिए कमाना है, जिंदगी भर जो कमाया उसका एक बड़ा हिस्सा बच्चे की शादी में फूकना है। ये क्या चल रहा है? हमारा थीम लाइन है हाउ टू डिसाइड द बेस्ट करियर फॉर योर सेल्फ, लेकिन इस थीम लाइन का भी बेस लाइन है व्हाट मेक्स योर नर्वस सिस्टम हैप्पी एंड हेल्दी, नॉट व्हाट मेक्स योर माइंड हैप्पी एंड हेल्दी। माइंड तो बेचारा कभी हैप्पी फील करता है, कभी हेल्दी फील करता है, कभी सॉरो फील करता है, कभी टेंस्ड फील करता है, कभी स्ट्रेस्ड फील करता है। माइंड तो अपने फेजेस में चलता है। माइंड इज लाइक मून, इट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ फेजेस, इट कीप्स फीलिंग डायनामिकली, इट कीप्स फीलिंग डिफरेंटली, अलग अलग महसूस करता रहता है दिमाग हमारा। तो इट्स नॉट अबाउट योर माइंड, वो तो मूड स्विंग ये वो ये सब सबके साथ चलता है। सब लोग अपने माइंड के डिफरेंट फेजेस को एनालाइज करते हैं, देखते हैं, बट एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग आपको हर वो काम करना पड़ेगा जिससे कि आपका नर्वस सिस्टम डेली स्ट्रांग होता हो, डेली स्ट्रांग होता हो, एंड यू हैव टू पुट हार्ड एफर्ट्स फॉर दैट। So this was all about how to make your nervous system happy and healthy, because if you really want to make a good career, first you need to take care of your nervous system. If you do not take care of your nervous system, you might make a career very financially sound, but you will lose your own sound. And I would end my session on this note. Please make yourself sound happy and healthy. Thank you so much.